Go to your inspiration slides and choose one of the landscapes that you like. You can also Google a landscape. Just make sure it has a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. Make sure you look at this slide and actually watch the video that's there so that you know what expressionist landscapes are and also the meaning behind the colors. Have your landscape photo in front of you, and in your sketchbook, I want you to lightly sketch from observation the main shapes. So you're breaking it down and stylizing it. So the tree is a basic shape, not realistic. You can draw less or more trees as well. This is your landscape, you're the artist. Now go back to your slides, look at what the colors mean. Now what we're going to do is choose the colors that you want to have in your landscape. This is expressionist. That means through our brush strokes and our color choices, we're communicating how we feel. So I'm going to choose, and I'm going to write it on here, hot pink. And it says that pink is balance, creativity, and imagination. I'm going to write creativity. I'm going to choose red, and it says energy, strength. So I want my painting to show energy. I'm going to use some yellow because I want my painting to feel happy. And then I'm going to choose one more color. I think I want green, but a bright green, because green shows nature, growth, and prosperity. So I like nature for my message. So I want this to be energetic, really happy, represent nature. So these are going to be my colors. So this is what I want you to write in your sketchbook. Write down 4 colors that you want to use. In expressionist paintings, they don't use realistic colors all the time. So your trees do not have to be green. They can be hot pink or red, even purple, whatever colors you chose. And now for the fun part. So now we have our color scheme. We have our sketch. We are ready to begin. So I have my paints, I have my hot pink, red, yellow, and green. I also have the black for outlining. If your paints are a little dry, we have water, and you can give it just a light spray, not too much. Just a light spray so your paints don't dry out. I have moved my tape so that way this one is going to be vertical. So now I'm going to copy my sketch onto here. I'm not tracing, just copying. There's no right or wrong. So I think what I'm going to do is start with that foreground. Just to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one separate. Look at my hair. So I'm going to draw my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This canvas is a little smaller, so I think I'm going to put my separate one, which originally I had here, but because this is smaller, I'm actually going to move it. I want it to be here and bigger because it's at the front. Remember, things in the foreground are bigger. As they go back, they get smaller. When you're painting, either start from the sky and work your hand down, or from the base and work up. That way you're not resting your hand on the wet paint. Here I'm using the bright colors of hot pink, red, and yellow. Remember, this is how we feel. It is not realistic. When you're washing your brush, remember to wash it out, but squeeze it with your fingers and use a paper towel so that your paints are not wet. If your paints have water in them, if they're too wet like mine are, they will be a little bit transparent, which means that the black from the background will shine through. If you don't want that, then you need to have your brush and paint drier. You could also mix white paint into it, which makes it more opaque, so you can't see through the paint. Okay, I decided I wanted some blue. So you may decide when you are painting that you're like, oh, I need some white, I need some other color to contrast with what you've got. That's totally okay. Now this is the fun part. You can come in with black marker, Sharpie, or you can come in with black paint. I have dried this, so it's dry, and now I'm going to come in with the outlines. So remember, when you want to control your brush more, what you need to do for outlining is you can hold it a little closer, okay? So that way you have more control with your outlines. If your paint is a little thick, you can always add some water,